So you just got yourself a K1 series printer and you're ready to load or replace your filament. Well, you're in the right place. This quick video will walk you through exactly that and some tips and tricks to make life easier. Let's first start by installing our filament. Keep in mind your filament holder and runout sensor are originally on the back side. I relocated mine as to make it easier to monitor and swap filaments. So let's begin. Step 1. Place filament on the spool holder. Next, let's take off the top cover. Put it to the side for now. From here, you want to unlock the extruder gear. Important note, make sure your filament is under and up. From here, you want to get your flush cuts, and make sure you cut at a 45-degree angle. This will allow the filament to run in nicely. Let's start feeding. You might get some resistance at the runout sensor. If you do, roll the filament as you feed. As you feed, you should see the filament travel through the tube. Once you get to the extruder head, you might hear some grinding, followed by a sudden stop, and that's when you've made it. Now that the filament is in the extruder, let's lock it. And now let's go to the panel. Let's go ahead and click on the 3 lines. From here, you'll have 3 different tabs: movement, temperature, extrude, retraction, and cooling. What we are looking for is extruding and retraction. Heed this warning, as you will need to set the temperature according to your filament. Your filament should tell you what temperatures to use. Let's touch on extrude. The nozzle will begin to heat up to its targeted temperature. Once the nozzle gets the temperature, you will start to see filament drop onto the build plate. This does take about several seconds, so let's speed it up. I like to call these little poops. Once your filament has stopped dropping, your screen should say finish. Now you can take the poop off the build plate. I already have a few STLs loaded, so let's go to the folders. And from here, you can start printing. Now that you're done, it's time to change the filament. Let's go ahead and go to the 3 lines. And from here, you're going to hit retract. You'll notice that your display now has 4 steps. This process is normally a little longer, as once it's done dropping its poop, the filament will be pulled out of the nozzle and taken to the very top of the extruder head. And just like before, just wait until it finishes. Now that it's done, let's head over to the extruder head, and let's go ahead and unlock it. Let's start backfeeding the spool. Be extra careful as to not lose the end of the filament. If you lose it, try not to make a knot when finding the tip. Creating knots will be an issue when using the spool again. Once you have the filament out, secure it by feeding the tip through the holes on the spool. I like to feed mine out and back in. And there, time to put it away. There you have it. Installing and replacing your filament is quite easy, especially since everything is just about automated. Putting another filament is the same process as putting a new one on. If you're having a hard time getting into the extruder head, you can always separate the tube from the extruder head. You can do this by pushing down on the white piece and pulling the tube out. I like to pull about 6 inches of filament. And you feed directly into the extruder head. You will notice the same sudden stop once you hit the bottom. Go ahead and lock the gear and start feeding the tube into the extruder head. Something to note is that your filament holder will always be at the back when you originally purchased this, on this guy right here. And your filament runout sensor is also going to be in the back. I opted to relocate mine because it was easier and more practical to have it on the side. You can find these on your preferred STL platform. I found mine on Thingiverse. If you like this one, I'll put it in the description below. And the spool holder was already loaded in the printer. It's important to keep your filament secure in a dry spot. In all the filament spools that I have seen, these silica packets come included, so I just throw them in here. Moisture has an impact on your filament, and in turn will affect the quality of your prints. Here you can see some minor stringing. And that's it. The more you do this, replacing and adding new filament will become second nature to you. Now, whether you got your K1 series printer for the ease of use, practicality, fast printing, or even just to start a new hobby, it's a great choice. Coming from an Ender 3 V2, it's night and day, as having to tweak every other print can become monotonous. and quite frankly, be a discouraging factor. If you like this video, hit the like, and make sure to share to whomever wants to get into this rabbit hole. If there is anything else you would like to see, put in the comments.